We've created a wine compass in O'Brien's to categorise the different styles of wine so that you can find your own style. Rich Luscious White. What does that mean on our wine compass? We're thinking in terms of texture, we're thinking in terms of concentration. These wines are still dry wines, but because of the way they've been made and the grape variety and the location in which they've been grown, they're fuller, they're richer, they're more concentrated. There's still acidity in these wines, but it's less obvious because there's more of everything else going on. There's more flavour, the texture, and the balance slightly changes. The acidity is still there for the refreshing crisp finish, but other things take over in the palate, which makes them a fantastic style to match with food. We're starting our Rich Luscious White journey with Viognier, so still dry, but what aromas and flavours should we be looking for? Perhaps more exotic, mango, buttered toast, more richness, maybe a hint of vanilla. So quite a lot still going on in the nose, and on the palate, you have that texture, breadth, it coats the tongue. You still have a fresh finish, but there's hints of peach, there's hints of mango, all still concentrated in the palate. And this style of wine is a perfect food style of wine. Chardonnay is next. Also paired in our dry refreshing white, unoaked, very fresh from a northern climate. This is from California, so richness, fullness, concentration. Quite an exuberant nose, but a nose of exotic fruits. So really ripe peaches, mango appearing again, buttered toast appearing again. It almost smells more like a food than a wine, and that can be really helpful when you're thinking about aromas and flavours. You have that buttered toast thing on the palate, you have the mango, you have ripe peaches, you have a lovely citrus line running along the sides of the tongue, so you still have that delicious, refreshing acidity, but a very concentrated wine style. Our third Rich Luscious White is actually a Viura from Rioja in Spain. And Viura can be a drying, refreshing wine style when it's unoaked and it's grown in a cool climate. But in this case, this has some oak age. So the wine has spent some time in barrel. So as well as a really concentrated, powerful note, you should have a hint of vanilla perhaps on this wine. On the nose, you've definitely got a touch of pineapple, but I can actually smell a citrusy thread running through the aroma profile. Again, texture, freshness. This is more in a yellow fruit profile. There's a lovely freshness to this wine and a perfect food match. That lifted acidity helps this wine match really well with food, as we discussed earlier. Very different style to dry refreshing, completely different style again, but this is a richer, fuller, special bottles for special meals, or if you're just looking for a bit more texture to match with food, then this style of wine is absolutely perfect.